Dear students, today we will learn about raw milk quality and market milk. This is module number 3 from paper 7. We know we cannot produce good quality milk product from a bad quality milk. Hence, the milk which is received at the raw milk reception dock has to be rigorously checked for its quality. There are various platform tests such as organoleptic test, temperature of milk, then acidity of milk, clot on boiling test, then certain tests which are required for checking microbial quality of milk such as Resa-urine reduction test and methylene blue reduction test. We will discuss all these tests which are performed at reception dock. Once the milk is accepted, it is sent to a processing plant. The milk which is to be converted and sold as market milk is to be first standardized and then it is pasteurized to ensure human health safety. Milk at the processing plant is received either in cans or in tankers. These tankers can be road tankers or maybe rail tankers. The first stage at which raw milk is received is known as milk reception dock or platform or raw milk receiving dock. It is popularly known as RMRD. Raw milk quality at RMRD is immediately checked to make decision regarding accepting the milk. Delay during milk reception may lead to deterioration of milk. Reception of raw milk include following operations: unloading from the trucks, then the milk is graded, that is grading. The graded cans are then conveyed where they are sampled and then certain chemical tests are performed, and if the milk is of acceptable quality, the cans are weighed or measured and then recording is carried out, and then these cans are then dumped into balance tank and from where it is pumped into processing plant. Before unloading, raw milk has to pass through rigorous examination which may include organoleptic evaluation, physical and chemical test to assess the quality of milk rapidly and decide for its acceptance or rejection. All these tests are popularly known as platform test. They are performed on each can or tanker to assess the quality of incoming milk before it is accepted and weighed. This test must be easy to perform, give quick and reliable results, and should not require complicated and elaborate equipments. Examination of raw milk quality. Market milk requires milk of a higher quality from the standpoint of healthfulness. However, sanitary quality, keeping quality and aesthetic background is required by any branch of the dairy industry. The initiative in attaining such a high standard must almost invariably be taken by the milk producers. To attain this, milk processor must constantly check on the quality of the milk received and follow up any defects or lapses in quality through educational work for the producers. In food industry, it is universally recognized that a high quality product cannot be manufactured from low quality raw material. Secondly, milk produced under unsanitary conditions and exposed to warm atmospheric temperature for long period will have poor keeping quality and also show various defects due to excessive bacterial growth. Such milk supply is likely to be found unsuitable for processing or for manufacture of milk products, and if they are bulked with other lots of milk, the entire quality of milk may be spoiled. It is therefore necessary to detect and weed out such milk supplies of unsatisfactory quality received at milk collection centers, dairies or milk product factories. In any pronounced defect may be recognized by the flavor and odor of the milk, but more accurate tests of objective nature are required to be used for obtaining reliable information regarding the quality of milk supplies and for judging their acceptability. The test should be simple as well as rapid so as to give results immediately, since large number of consignments of milk which have to be screened for their quality within a few minutes. These tests should be rapid as well as they should give accurate results. So, a number of platform tests are generally used for rapid assessment of the changes brought about in milk as a result of bacterial growth. Now, we will discuss different platform tests one by one. Among all the platform tests, the simple and most important test is organoleptic test. Organoleptic test involves visual appearance of the milk, then taking odor, and if required it is tasted. Milk consumers judge the quality of product by the flavor and appearance of milk, by the sense of smell and taste. Therefore, organoleptic taste is of obvious importance at a market milk plant. Each can of milk should be carefully examined by the sense of smell before the milk is dumped. Those with objectionable odor should be rejected. But it is not practical to taste each can, hence in special cases testing is also carried out. It is desirable to verify one's judgment by testing in the case of bitter and certain wheat flavors. The sense of smell will not detect such flavors. It is therefore necessary to taste the milk. An experienced person can pick out each sample of milk with a fair degree of accuracy. Thus, this test involves visual observation, smelling, and if required, tasting of milk. The second platform test which is performed on the incoming milk at the dairy processing plant is temperature of milk. Temperature measurement of milk, especially in the case of chilled milk supplied from distant chilling centers, renders a great help towards the judgment of the quality, that is bacterial quality of milk at the chilling center, which collects milk from the round places. The milk is rapidly and immediately chilled to a temperature of about 5 degrees Celsius before it reaches to maintain processing plants. During transit of this milk from chilling center to main processing plant, the temperature of milk may rise, which leads to the growth and multiplication of the bacteria in the milk. This doubtlessly lowers the bacteriological quality of milk. Thus, keeping this in view, it requires that milk for pasteurization should be delivered at the reception dock of dairy plant within 2 hours of its drawing. The milk should be cooled immediately after it has been drawn and must be maintained at or below this temperature till processing. The third test is acidity test. Fresh milk does not contain any lactic acid. The natural acidity of milk is due to casein, albumin, globulin, dissolved carbon dioxide, citrates and phosphates together with soluble calcium salts. The lactose present in milk is fermented upon bacterial action and it is converted into lactic acid and thus leads to increase in acidity. This type of acidity is known as developed acidity. The fermentation products are responsible for increase in titratable acidity and subsequent souring of milk. In general, average acidity of mixed milk is 0.15% to 0.16% lactic acid. The another important test, platform test is sediment test. Visible foreign matter in milk is objectionable for several reasons. The presence of dirt is an objection, but it is furthermore an
indication of carelessness in handling, which usually means lack of sanitation. Presence of particles of visible dirt usually means that a considerable amount of other foreign matter has entered the milk but cannot be seen because it is in solution. The test is especially useful in educating producers as to the need for cleanliness and, as a general, check on incoming milk at a collecting center of processing plant. Thus, sediment test present a simple, rapid and quantitative means of indicating the cleanliness of milk with respect to visible dirt. However, it need not necessarily indicate heavy bacterial contamination. Clot on boiling test. It is popularly known as COB test in dairy industry. It is based on the fact that milk samples having high acidity due to bacterial growth are coagulated when heated to a boiling temperature. Samples of milk having poor stability due to disturbed salt balance also shows signs of coagulation when heated to boiling. However, the acidity at which milk coagulates in such a test varies greatly depending upon the salt composition of milk. Alcohol test. The alcohol test determines the susceptibility of milk to coagulation due to developed acidity, disturbed salt balance or high albumin globulin content. The alcohol test determines the heat stability of milk. This test is of importance in manufacture of evaporated milk to detect milk which has a tendency to curdle during the sterilization process. The colostrum, stripper milk and high in salt content usually gives positive taste. Buffalo milk has been observed to be less stable than cow milk under the influence of alcohol. The lower stability of buffalo milk has been ascribed to its higher soluble calcium content. The coagulation time with ethanol decreases with rise in temperature and increase on dilution with water. Generally, for bulk milk samples of buffalo milk, 72 to 88% alcohol, and for individual samples 64 to 92% of alcohol gives positive results. Alizarin alcohol test. Adding alizarin along with alcohol test helps in finding out whether milk is acidic or alkaline in nature. This indicator gives a yellow or brownish color in high acid milk, a yellowish brown or reddish brown color in normal milk and brownish red to purple or violet color in milk that is less acidic than normal milk. This test is normally for the milk which is alkaline in nature and high in salt content. 10 minutes Resazurin test. Resazurin is an oxidation reduction indicator. It is initially blue in color and gets reduced in two stages. First stage is pink compound resofurin and then to a colorless compound, that is dihydroresofurin as a result of bacterial activity. The first stage of reduction is an irreversible change and the second one is reversible. In the course of reduction of resazurin in milk, there will be series of color changes which can be compared with standard color discs available in a Lovibond comparator and expressed in terms of a standard resazurin disc number starting from 0 to 6. The time taken for the reduction of resazurin in milk to any particular stage of color change, that is disc number, recorded at the end of any particular period, usually in this case we use 10 minutes of incubation of the milk sample, and the same is used as criteria for deciding bacterial quality of milk. Rapid reduction of the dye indicates high bacterial count and poor keeping quality. since rasazurin is also affected by reducing activity of leukocyte cells present in mastitis milk and late lactation milk. This test also helps in detecting such abnormal milk. Methylene blue reduction test. This test is based on the principle that methylene blue, again an oxidation reduction dye or indicator, which is blue in its oxidized state, is reduced to a colorless compound as a result of the metabolic activities of bacteria present in milk. When a solution of methylene blue is added, the organism present in milk consume the dissolved oxygen and lower the oxidation reduction potential to a level when methylene blue and similar indicators are reduced or decolorized. The time taken for the reduction of the dye, that is methylene blue dye, is influenced by the number of bacteria present in milk. The greater the number of organisms present in milk and greater their activity, more rapidly is the dye reduced. Fat content of milk. Dr. Anne Gerber of Switzerland and Dr. Babcock of USA invented simple methods of determining the fat content of milk in the year 1892 and 1890 respectively. In India, Gerber's method is most commonly used for determination of fat content in milk. This test involves principle of use of concentrated H2SO4 when mixed with milk in correct proportion, digest the protein of milk, turning them into simpler substances which are deprived of the power of maintaining fat droplets in the emulsified state. This enables the fat globules free and melted due to generation of heat, as this reaction is exothermic reaction, and rise to the surface and forms a single mass. The heat generated also reduces the viscosity of the mixture. The second principle explains the separation and collection of fat particles. The content of the butyrometer is a mixture of two fluids of different specific gravity, that is fat having specific gravity of 0.9 and the acid mixture having specific gravity of 1.43 at the temperatures attained. The specific gravity of substance being different in the centrifuge, the greatest force is exerted on the heavier portion, which is in this case a acid mixture. In the butyrometer therefore, which remains horizontal in the centrifuge, the fat is collected at the center and the acid mixture is collected at its lower end, that is towards periphery. The next test which is performed as a platform test is total solids or SNF content using lactometer. As a matter of convenience, the specific gravity of milk is measured usually with lactometer. The lactometer is a hydrometer with a scale adapted to the limits of specific gravity of milk. It works on the principle that the body floating in liquid sinks to such a level that it displaces a volume of liquid equal in weight of the floating body. In liquid of low specific gravity, the hydrometer sinks more than the liquid of higher specific gravity. Now, once the milk is accepted based on the above discussed platform test, the second stage is processing of milk. In this chapter, we are going to discuss regarding market milk. Now, market milk is a milk which is processed, that is pasteurized and chilled after standardization. There are legal requirements to be met if milk is to be sold into the market. Raw milk which passes prescribed platform test is then received at the processing plant. Fresh raw milk is cooled to 4 degrees Celsius to extend its shelf life. At this temperature, the activity of enzymes and the growth of microorganisms and metabolic processes are all slowed down. The chilled raw milk at the milk processing plant is processed for distribution in fluid form as market milk, or it is converted into various products. The treatment that milk is required to undergo at a dairy plant include filtration or clarification to remove any extraneous matter present in milk, separation and standardization. Filtration or clarification of milk is done to remove dirt, dust or any foreign matter present in milk. Separation and standardization of milk is carried out to achieve compositional modification of milk so that it meets legal requirements prescribed by Food Safety and Standards Act for its conversion into market milk. Then next is standardization of milk. Standardization of milk refers to the adjustment, that is either raising or lowering of fat content or SNF content or both of milk to a desired value so as to conform to the legal or other requirements prescribed. Milk is standardized by the addition of milk or cream with a higher or lower fat percentage than that of the material to be standardized. Sometimes the addition of skim milk will fulfill the purpose. Standardization method may involve batch processing or continuous processing. In batch processing, Pearson square method may be used to calculate the volumes of whole milk and skim milk or cream needed, and the two can be simply mixed to yield the required product. Whereas in case of continuous standardization methods, a cream separator with inline densitometer at the skim milk and cream outlets are employed. Whole milk is fed to the separator, and with careful control the cream and skim milk fat content and measurements of the flow rates of the two streams, cream can be metered back into the skim milk to yield standardized milk with the required fat percentage. To solve the standardization problem, it is necessary to find out relative amounts of the original material and the standardizing material to be mixed together to give a product with the desired fat content. Once these relative amounts or proportions have been determined, it is easy to calculate the exact amount of which each material to be mixed together to give a certain weight of the finished product or the weight of the milk or cream. These can be accomplished by using two mathematical methods. One is Pearson square method and another is algebraic method.
Pasteurization of milk. Pasteurization of milk is essential to kill all the pathogens present in milk. This process involves heating of each and every particle of milk to 63 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes or 71.7 degrees Celsius for 16 seconds or any other suitable time temperature combination which gives killing of all the pathogens. Simultaneously, we are killing certain spoilage organism, and hence by this way we are increasing shelf life of milk.
Once the milk is standardized, and if it is to be sold into the market, it has to be pasteurized. Fresh milk produced from healthy milch animal generally contains minimum load of microorganisms. In the course of handling at the farm, milk is liable to be contaminated by various microorganisms. Hence, pasteurization is necessary to kill such type of microorganisms. Pasteurization kills the organisms responsible for spread of disease through milk and makes it safe for consumption. The term as applied to market milk refers to the process of heating every particle of milk to a temperature of at least 63 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes or 71.7 degrees Celsius for 16 seconds or any other time temperature combination which is equal to the above mentioned temperatures in properly designed equipments. Milk is then immediately cooled to 4 degrees Celsius and stored in cold storage maintained at 4 degrees Celsius. After pasteurization, milk must be packaged either in glass bottles or polypacks and then stored below 5 degrees Celsius till distribution.
Dear students, to summarize this topic, I would like to say that you cannot produce good quality material, that is milk product, from a bad quality milk. Hence, milk received at reception dock has to be checked for its quality. Once the quality control or quality assurance department is satisfied that the milk is good or it is ready for reception, it is received and then processed by processing plant. The processing involves clarification, separation if required for standardization purpose, and then the milk is pasteurized. The pasteurized milk is then packed into either glass bottles or maybe polypacks and then stored at refrigerated conditions. Thank you.